a poison pill. So that's the defense tactic that Twitter's board has now turned to in order to try and fend off Elon Musk's hostile takeover bid. It's complicated, but what a poison pill essentially does is it makes it a lot harder and much more expensive for Elon Musk to try to buy Twitter. And it's only a temporary tactic that expires next year, and it only kicks in when somebody like Elon Musk buys up 15% of Twitter's stock. Musk currently has 9%, but then after 15%, other shareholders can buy Twitter stock at a discount. So what that does is it essentially reduces Elon Musk's ownership in the company, dilution as we call it. We know that Elon Musk, yes, he's the richest man on the planet. He's worth over $250 billion, but he's what we call cash poor because most of his wealth is locked up and tied up in Tesla's stock and options, which he has said he doesn't really want to sell off. And Wall Street's already skeptical on how he's going to come up with a $40 billion anyways. But he did hint at the TED Talk that there is a plan B if Twitter's board rejected his offer. So what is plan B? Well, Musk is now the second largest shareholder in Twitter, overtaken last night by ETF giant Vanguard. So plan B could be Elon Musk calling up other Twitter shareholders, maybe to pool their ownership together to force the Twitter board to accept the deal, or Musk could just sell off his 9% stake, as he said he would do if his bid was unsuccessful. Now, finally, I wanted to note the subtle Jack Dorsey support for Musk's takeover bid. He tweeted that as a public company, Twitter has always been for sale, and that's the real issue. Maybe a hint that Twitter is better off, maybe, in the private hands of somebody like Elon Musk. Neil?
Susan, great reporting, my friend. Thank you, as always. Have a wonderful weekend. Susan Lee on that.